Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. And this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the galaxy's most passionate wine program. And we have a guest with us today. I've already learned one fun fact. He grew up a huge Baltimore Colts fan. So January 12th, 1969, not a good day for Vance Sharp.
Not a good day.
Not a good day.
Not a good day.
Vance, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Gary.
Why don't you tell the Vayner Nation who you are and why you're here and why do we have sausage? It has a good-looking picture. I like this guy.
Look.
Branding, I like it.
You got to do it. You got to do it.
Why don't you tell the Vaniacs out there who you are and how you roll?
I'm Vance Sharp, the third, originally from Baltimore. I'm living in California now. Moved out to California in 1990. Stumbled into the wine business. Happened to buy a property. Had a vineyard. It had no vineyard, but I was across from a vineyard.
And you said, I want what they have?
Basically, yeah. I said, what a way to landscape a backyard.
Yep.
So we put in acres of Zinfandel grapes.
What made you go with Zinfandel grapes?
I love the head prune vines. I just love the look of it.
The look.
Take a look at the head prune vines. It's beautiful. Not only that, you have no trellising. You have minimal trellising.
That's right.
You can walk through the vineyard. You can really get through the vineyard and have a good time. But the most important reason.
Go ahead.
Hell, it's Zinfandel country.
Yes.
It is. I'm at 860 feet. My vineyard ranges from about 650 up to 860, and it's just an ideal place.
You're right
for
about
Zin.
that. Take me a little bit. I want to know. You lived. One other thing I do know is that you lived in Germany for over 20 years, or about 20 years.
20 years. 20
Why
years.
don't you take me between Baltimore and getting into the wine country?
Oh, from Baltimore was.
How long did you live in Baltimore for?
I was raised in Baltimore as a kid. I grew up.
There's something-
I moved in. I left Baltimore in 1967, January 30th, 1967. Uncle Sam called me, said, "Hey,
You're coming.
come see me." Of course, I beat him to the punch. I joined the Air Force.
Good for you.
Joined the Air Force, went to Texas,
Thank
left
you.
Texas, went to Korea, spent 13 months in Korea, wanted to stay overseas, went to Europe.
Loved it, huh?
Loved it. It was a change. It was something new. Went to
A little different than Baltimore.
A little bit. So we got to Germany. 3 years in Germany. While I was there, figured I'd get married.
Why not?
Start a
Roll the
family.
dice.
Got out of the Air Force. Stayed in Germany. Went to school in Germany. Studied at the University of Maryland in Germany. Got my degree there. Business in German. And eventually went into business for myself over there.
What did you do?
I set up a car dealership and an insurance agency. And I sold U.S. model European cars to U.S. forces, tourists, and diplomats.
I understand.
Sold them insurance also.
What else you sell?
It wasn't bad. Well, I've sold Encyclopedia
I
Britannica
love this
before.
guy.
I've sold.
I love it. You're just an entrepreneur.
I guess.
You sell stuff.
Yeah, you sell. You always sell stuff.
Yep, that's
So
absolutely
now,
true.
we're
Selling wine.
selling
And-
wine, and we do a little sausage here on the side.
This is a fascinating thing. I've heard about the Sonoma sausage from, I can't remember exactly where, but you made a little bit of noise with this as well.
We ship this all over the country. Sonoma sausage has been around since 1980. I took over in 2002.
Because you needed another entrepreneurial venture.
Someone,
You're like, did you wake up one day and said, what haven't I sold? Sausage.
I did this because I was afraid not to do it.
Good for
I
you.
was afraid someone else might do it.
You love
right.
sausage?
Oh, I love sausage anyway.
Do you eat it every day?
No, my cardiologist won't
Won't
let me
let you
anymore.
go there.
No, I have done it, but I don't do it anymore. But I do eat my share, and we produce some healthy sausages too. So it's good for the public. We've got some chicken sausages in the program. Feel free. You can lose weight eating them. It's not what you're eating. It's how much you're eating.
You love sausage?
On the grill.
You love so? Oh,
Grill.
Oh, we grill them. We grill. Yeah,
Barbecue grills.
we grill them. We pan fry them. We do not microwave them.
No.
Okay, my sausages are not permitted in the microwave. So
Illegal.
you know,
Okay.
but they're great.
So 97, you get into Sonoma. You plant Zin. And
Well, I started going to school first. I came into town and I decided I decided I wanted to do
How
it.
did you end up in like? I mean, did you just?
Well, no, my daughter moved. My daughter moved out west from Maryland in '96.
Okay.
And
When did you get back to the? When did you get back to the States?
Oh, I got back to the States in 1988.
Okay, got
You
it.
know?
And what did you do when you first?
I sold insurance.
What else? Of course.
So, but in '97, you know, in '96, in '95, we went out to California. Was invited out there to a wedding. Took in a little trip to wine country too. Got to know Napa. Got to know Sonoma. Got to know California. Fell in love. You know.
And so your daughter went out.
My daughter moved out, and my daughter took my granddaughter with her. That wasn't working, so we started the trips out to California. And on one trip, maybe a year later, I just by chance decided to look up a real estate agent and looked her up, talked to her, and before you know it, we were making plans. We were just looking. We had already moved to Sonoma. We were just looking for a place to live.
Good for you.
And it took us from, well, initially we started that in May of '97, and by July we had closed on a property, and we moved out in September.
Then what?
Then, you know, I looked at the vineyards all around me, and I was loving the area anyway. I've always been passionate about the wine regions. And remember Falcon Crest.
Good for you.
Fascinated by the show.
After Dynasty, a little Falcon Crest.
I'm telling you, Falcon Crest was really a killer. But, you know, we got out there, and I started taking classes first. I knew I wanted to get involved in it somehow.
Where did you take them?
I went to Sonoma Valley, Sonoma Junior College.
Yep.
Sonoma County Junior College, and out to UC Davis. Took a few courses out there, and then, you know, and I looked at the property and I said, we can do this. The realtor said, you know, you've got 12 acres of potential vineyard, and we have 18 acres all total. You know, real estate agents don't always tell you the truth. We did get 3.5 acres of it, you know. So we put in 3.5 acres of Zen. Not an easy task. Was more expensive than we anticipated, but you know, we got 3.5 acres, and we've got great grapes. We farm these organic. It is certified organic. I have a vineyard manager, Phil Couturi, great guy. I'm sure. Well-known person.
Respected.
And my Zinfandel winemaker happens to be Tony Couturi.
Yes, who was a former guest of this show.
That's it.
That's it. Link it up, baby. That's an old school classic that I know a lot of you have not watched. Wait till you see Tony. He is one.
Tony is the man when it comes to organic winemaking.
And a character.
That too.
Character.
I mean, he is a deadhead. Can we say a deadhead? I can say it. I know Tony very well.
You can get away with it.
I can say it.
I'm scared of him still.
No. Tony's good
people.
Tony's good people. But anyway.
When did you start selling off the grapes when you first started, or you made sharp sellers right from the get-go?
Initially, I was going to grow the grapes and sell the grapes.
Yep.
Then I decided, okay, I'll grow the grapes.
You woke up one morning and said, "What haven't I sold?"
I talked to Tony and Phil, and we decided, okay, well, maybe we could do a vineyard designate out of it, because Phil knew what kind of fruit we were going to get out of that vineyard anyway. So we started thinking about a vineyard designate. The more I got into it, the more I decided I wanted to really have it myself.
Yep.
So I created Sharp Cellars. Initially, it was called Haley's Creek. Haley's my oldest granddaughter. But then I said, but if I come in with another varietal, I'll need another name. So I said, okay, we'll do Sharp Cellars as the umbrella, and then the vineyard is named Haley's Creek. She's the first granddaughter, first grandchild to get the vineyard. And that was done. We broke ground on that.
How many grandchildren do you have now?
I've got 5.
So
I've got 3 grandchildren and 2 bonus ones. I'll tell you about it.
Okay. I like this. I'm excited.
But the first one, it was Haley's Creek. Broke ground on it October 18th, 1998, the day after my 50th birthday. Had a house full of guests. They all set up on the wall. Man. Thank you. They set on the wall. I turned 60 last year.
You look up. So actually, do people sometimes think you're in your late 40s? Or
you know it.
Yeah.
You know it. I get carded sometimes.
Get out of here, man.
I'm only kidding.
I know. Go ahead.
But anyway, so we started with the Zen, and the first Zen, really, Tony outdid himself. Picked up a double gold with the with the Tasters Guild. You know, the Consumer
Yep.
Tasters Guild. So we continued. Did another Zin, but you know, I wanted a white wine too. Said, damn, I can't do it's tough to do a winemaker's dinner with just a Zinfandel.
Right.
You got to have a little more than that,
have a
especially when
white
you got this kind of Zin. So we put in, we acquired 50 acres. 50 acres down. We thought it was Carneros region. It's not really Carneros. I'm on the wrong side of the tracks for Carneros.
Okay.
But I just happen to be in Sonoma Coast.
Right.
So Sonoma Coast is
just
still
fine.
good company.
Yep.
Good country. And so we got it. We're down at the lowest end of Sonoma County as far as grape growing is concerned. Right there by San Pablo Bay. I mean, we've got all the elements. I've got Pinot Noir. Now I have about 39 acres of Pinot Noir. I've got some Pinot Gris. I've got about 5 acres of Chardonnay. I've got not 5 acres, but I've got some Pinot Gris, some Chardonnay, and some Pinot Blanc, and that makes a nice blend down there. We've done okay. I didn't bring any Pinot Blanc with me today, but
you want to go strong with the reds.
I wanted to go strong with the reds, but the Pinot Blanc was, the first Pinot Blanc we did was a 2003, and well, it got 90 points Wine Enthusiast. It was chosen Editor's Choice by the magazine, and we served it in the White House.
That's pretty cool,
Served in the White House.
In 2005, right?
In 2005, you saw that.
Yeah.
I think it was June 5th, 2005.
How was that feeling?
That's a good feeling.
That's insane, right?
That's really a good feeling because, there are a lot of wines in this world.
And you also you're darn right. And not all of them go to the White House.
No.
You're also, you also started an organization where you're president. That's something I want to really talk about
I'm a past president. I'm glad you mentioned it. Yeah. I'm a past president. I was the second president. Mac McDonald was our first president.
I know Mac well.
You know Mac well.
Yep.
You know Mac and
he's good people.
Mac and I ran into each other early on. I think it was the first year. The second year I was in Sonoma. Mac and I run across each other at the Sonoma.
Was he wearing the overalls?
He was wearing the overalls.
Yep.
Always. We ran across each other. We were walking at the wine auction in Sonoma. He's there. He's coming in my direction. I'm going in his direction. We look up, and actually we say to ourselves, "What the hell is he doing here?" Because we were a little bit.
You were a minority.
We were a little different
than the other people
than
there.
everyone else there. And we immediately struck up a conversation, a relationship. I went out to his house, visited him. We decided we've got to get together. We could work some things.
Sure.
We got together at his house. I took a case of his wine right away. I mean, he makes great Pinot. He does.
Did he give you a good price, or did he rip you off?
He ripped me.
He ripped you.
He ripped me.
I knew he ripped you off.
He ripped me, but
that's
okay.
right.
That's
all
okay.
right.
Time has passed. Time has passed, and I've gotten even.
Good.
So anyway, we became friends, and we decided, we thought about this organization. How can we help each other out?
Yep.
And we, we connected with another individual, also Ernie Bates, Dr. Bates.
Yes.
He was our third member, and we were then the founding members. We held the first meeting for the Association of African American Vintners. And there are not many of us, and we've got a number of members now, but not many.
How many do you think?
I think we total about 7 or 8. Not all of us wine producers, though. We have a couple of vineyard owners, growers, and the rest of us are, we produce our own wines.
The Browns are involved?
The Browns are not involved.
Why?
I know the Browns. I don't know, but
sure.
Something.
It's not for everybody.
It really doesn't matter because
they make great.
Not everybody's a member of the NAACP.
That's right. Or the New York Jets fan club.
Or the New York Jets fan club.
Which pisses me off.
I mean. Yeah, I'll consider it. Okay, I'll consider it in the future.
Depends on how many cases of sausage I take.
It
right?
depends.
I'll take it. I want you on the board.
But anyway,
they make some great zins.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Okay. And what's going on with the organization these days?
With the organization, well, right now,
I think it's very, for me, I think it's an enormous opportunity to storytell.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have been hosting an annual event.
Yes, you have.
At Copia.
You know who Andre Mack is?
Andre Mack. I
Yes.
know Andre Mack,
Yeah.
who was a guest speaker at
Yes,
one
he
of
was.
our.
He's a really dear friend of mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Former sommelier
I
at Per Se.
I visited him when he was at Per Se.
Yep.
And
He's good. He's a great man.
look, when he was,
He's the man.
he was in Texas. He was in Texas.
That's right, in
He was
Houston.
in Texas at the time when
Scarface, baby.
he received the title of best young sommelier in
Yes, he
America.
did. Yes, he did.
I sent him a
Sure you did.
I sent him a little email. Hey, congratulations! A
Get your ass over
congratulatory.
here. Try some sharp.
So and
Yeah, he's great.
So in fact, I received an email from him not too long ago. Not too long ago.
He's in the trenches.
Just out of the blue, sends me an email. How things going and everything. So that's good.
He's a wonderful guy.
And
Got a
he is.
baby.
He did. He
Yeah.
does.
Yep.
He's got a family going now.
Yeah, he does.
So he's like Tiger Woods. You got to take a break doing some other things.
A little knee rehab,
That's
which
it.
I'm about to do.
Are you?
I have knee surgery next Friday.
Oh, been there 5 times.
Really?
2 times on the left knee, 3 times on the right. Even had
I torn my
an
meniscus.
I had an ACL replaced.
Yeah, I'm not excited.
Oh,
All right, let's drink some wine.
It goes.
All right, so this is Keenan's Cuvée. Is that
Keenan's
another-
Cove. Keenan's Cove.
Excuse
Keenan's
me.
Cove.
I can't read. Is this another grandchild?
This is my grandson. This is my grandson. He's the youngest one, 4.5 years old.
Only 300 cases made.
Only 300 cases made.
And 39 bones, suggested retail, which
That's
means a
right.
store like Wine Library might sell for like $7.99. We're aggressive. for the price.
Sure. That's really aggressive.
Now, do you have a mailing list?
I do.
Okay, let's link that up. We want to get as many Vaniacs on your mailing list as
I have a
possible.
mailing list, sharpsellers.com.
Because you make small, 300, 530, 180.
180, that's it. These are
do
small.
these even hit retail?
Not very often.
Right,
No,
so
no,
mailing
no, no.
list, some restaurants, and
that's
that's
it. That's it. We have, there's a store in Sonoma that retails my wine.
Okay.
The Sonoma Market retails my wine. But otherwise, no, we stay out of.
You don't like retailers?
We just.
They're a bunch of jerks.
Well, they're okay.
Let's be honest.
I
But let's be honest. Retailers are a bunch of jerks.
Okay.
Yeah,
They are.
Now, Vance,
'Cause
you know
I've been
I'm a
retail-
retailer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Well, as long as, we understand that.
We're on that
but-
page.
But
Now, you were in the retail car business for a long time.
I was.
And selling insurance at some level is kind of retail.
It is.
Yeah.
It's retail no matter what you do.
That's right.
You're always retailing. And
Everybody watching is at some level a retailer.
Everybody. If you are,
Tell 'em,
if
tell
you
'em.
if you're talking to your wife, you are retailing.
I love this.
You
man.
are selling her to appreciate your opinion.
How does that work for you usually?
I've been married 39 years,
That's amazing.
which means
Congratulations.
that
I thought you were about to
I'm
say
not
39 times. That's why I started thinking.
I'm not a great salesman.
No, huh?
No,
You haven't been able to
'cause-
sell her over.
Well,
Just the first time.
I sell her, but
She's smarter than
She
you.
tells me it's okay. She lets me.
She lets you play.
39 years.
Good for you.
Yeah,
God bless.
yeah.
Let's cheers
So,
to that. And let's give this,
September 4th, it'll be 39 years.
congratulations. Let's
Thank
give
you.
this a sniffy sniff. What are we picking up on the nose here?
Oh, you got a little cherry in there?
I do. I also get quite a bit of a smokiness coming through, which
Yeah.
I like quite a bit. I also like the fact that, it's not completely pitch dark. You're not blending Petite Sirah on this. You're
No.
letting Pinot be
No.
Pinot.
This is Pinot. And this is made by, and you're probably familiar with my winemaker,
Who's that?
Rolando Herrera.
Of course.
You know Rolando.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I know him personally, but
Well,
I know.
Rolando, this is what you know of his reputation.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
studied under Paul Hobbs.
That's right.
He learned his craft. Paul taught him everything he knows.
He knows
and
how
then
to make.
and now he knows a little bit more.
Hey, that happens.
This was actually our first Pinot, and I made the Pinot because people weren't willing to give me any money for the grapes I had in that vineyard. They said it's an unproven vineyard. So
Is
what
it
did we
fine?
do? We took the grapes.
We'll
we
do it
made the
ourselves.
Pinot. We got a gold medal at the San Francisco Chronicle wine competition.
Did you stick
twice.
that gold medal in everybody's face?
A gold medal.
Did you take
Gold-
it off? Did
it's
you
gold.
basically go like this and be like, look. Did you do
I
that to them?
just put it. You know what? You don't have to. All you have to
just
do is let
sat
them
back.
taste it.
Yep.
You just let them taste it. They tasted it. They knew it, and then they understood why it also received best in class. So it's a wine that I know you're going to spit, but it's not easy to spit. I'm not going to spit.
That just made them like you so much more. Great mouthfeel. Really a smooth texture on the back end. But there's a little bit of guts to this wine. It's got a little bit more of a body structure than a lot of Sonoma Coast Pinots. It also has this undeniable, almost bacon fat meets, it's probably innuendo, but it's very bacon fatty, gamey, which you love out of Pinot, while still floral. I like this rose petal component that I taste in the back end. And then it ends with really heavy cherry, strawberry, red fruit flavors.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a solid Pinot.
This is this has been.
What do you
doing
drink
well.
the most of your own stuff? And don't give me some bullcrap insurance sausage bullcrap. I mean, I want you to give. What do you drink the most of?
You mean you don't want me to say, look, I have 5 grandkids and my wines are like my grandkids.
Right, I don't want that.
I love them all, but on any
That's
given
right.
day, I love one
I don't
more
want
little bit
that
more than the
because
other.
that's the standard answer. Then I don't want you to go to the Rolodex and be like, which one do I have the most of? I want you to give me the answer.
No, I do drink Pinot more than anything.
Pinot.
I drink Pinot more than anything.
You find it easier drinking with food and things of that nature?
It is the most flexible
Yeah.
wine you could possibly drink. You can drink Pinot with foods that you would drink normally white wines with, and you can drink Pinot with food. You can drink Pinot with nice meat dishes. This wine right here, this Pinot right here,
Do you have fans come in to visit you guys? Do you have like an opportunity for people to see you guys?
Yes.
How is that?
They come to me because first of all, I got a family.
You don't want
I got
people rolling
grandkids.
up on your stuff.
I don't want kids. When you come to my gate, the gate is not open.
That's right.
So
Grandpa's home.
Grandpa's home, and Grandpa's probably got the grandkids in there. We might be at the pool, or I might just be working and doing something else. Or I may
probably at the pool.
Or I may just be at the golf course.
Good for you.
You
love golfing?
I love golfing, So
Really
we
nice
put in
stuff.
our time.
Really nice stuff. And as you guys know, I've been rating less with people, with guests here, and a lot of you are like, oh, are you sugarcoating it? I feel pretty cozy with Vance already to feel like I can call a spade a spade. 39 Bones slightly pushes my palate's umbrella for a price point for what I pay for this, but this is easily, for me, a $30 to $35 Pinot, and for $4 more, based on just this awesome charisma that this man has, I'm willing to go there, especially if he lets me come to an appointment.
Oh,
And they can make the appointment on your website?
On the website. Well,
because I know a lot of them are watching right now, like, that's the kind of guy I'd like to visit.
They can't make the appointment on the website, but they can inquire on the website and contact me.
It sounds like you're hard to get to.
I'm going to be out.
It sounds like you're the president. It's just hard to get to you.
I spend a little time with the sausage company too, so I'm really
You're hustling.
And I tie sausages to wine really closely.
I'm disappointed you didn't cook these for me.
Well,
I thought we were going to eat today.
You know something? It was.
You messed up.
It was the last minute.
Admit it right now, you messed up.
I screwed up. I should have.
I walked in and I saw him. He's like, I was going to bring a George Foreman grill. I'm like, you should have.
And I normally do.
I love it.
I normally do.
Well, you know what? That only gives us a reason to get together again.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
All right. Now, this is your Zin.
This is my Zin. This is my 05.
This is the 05. And this is Haley's Creek Vineyard. And what about the logo? An elephant.
The elephant.
Talk to me.
I wanted something to show my African ancestry.
Good for you.
So I pulled an elephant out of the hat, and you can see it's an elephant. The trunk is raised, and he's in motion.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Like you. You're constantly in motion.
Constantly.
I like
so
that.
It's reflective of my thoughts.
530 cases produced.
Yeah.
Funky nose. Funky.
That's Tony.
This is, it is. Yes, it is.
This is Tony.
Yes, it is. A really Okay, hold on. Let me get a little bit more. Let me get settled in here because this is going to take a little more thinking. First thing I get is a really obvious dark chocolate and almost like a older tobacco thing going on.
Yeah, you're getting it.
What are you getting here?
You're getting it. You may even.
Tar. There's like a tar thing going on.
Well, we farm this. This is up in the hills. This is up in the hills where this is actually our largest vintage from this. This is the largest vintage we've had. We normally have about 150 to 200 cases from this vineyard. This time we had a really, really, really banner year out there in the vineyard. We got more than our normal 1 to 1.5 tons per acre. This is one that people tend to like to, it's kind of like we did with glue years ago. Which is you just don't want to stop.
Ma, do you taste like the licorice candified thing going on in this wine? Mm-hmm. That's why I gave it to you, because Mott likes to go towards a little bit more of like the sweet.
Mm-hmm.
He likes that. This is almost like candy-esque. Zinfandel. There's this almost like cough medicine reduced candy flavor thing going on.
And what I like to do with this wine, I take my Hawaiian Portuguese sausage, This is my number one sausage.
Why is it called Hawaiian Portuguese?
Because we wanted to call it Hawaiian Portuguese, and because nobody else can make Hawaiian Portuguese. It's really like we trademarked it. I have Hawaiian. Hawaiian Portuguese is only from Sonoma sausage, and this, when I butterfly this sausage and grill it, and this is nice pork meat with some, and we got fat back in there, and this is really a lean sausage, although it's got the fat in there. When I butterfly this, grill it, nice and crunchy.
I like crunchy.
I do too. You want it. We want it. It's, I won't take it off the grill until the flames jump. Good. That's when it comes off the grill. Then cut it into small pieces. Can I come to the
Sonoma Coast with Lizzie and my little girl Misha?
Yeah.
And can you make a crap load of these?
Yeah.
And we can drink some.
When are you going to come? Come soon.
I'm going to be in San Fran for my book signing in October.
When is it? In October. It's an ideal time.
You know what? You want to watch the Jets-Raiders game together?
Sure. When is that?
October 20th, maybe? October 19th, something in that range. I'll send you an email.
Okay.
And a couple of Vaniacs should come and join us, too.
Sure.
Can I invite like 500 to 700?
Of course.
Okay.
Not more than 700.
Okay.
We got limits. It's parking.
I understand. Parking regulations.
Cut this sausage up, little bite-sized pieces, and then I dip it into listen to me, dark chocolate.
Really?
Dip
you
it
just
in dark
got Lizzie's
chocolate.
attention.
Dip this in dark chocolate.
So
people will ask you, is this an appetizer or is it dessert? And my response to that is, have you eaten yet?
That sounds pretty awesome.
I'm telling you, this is a trip.
That's the play.
This is a trip right here. Hawaiian Portuguese sausage,
Van Sharp III. I like it. Where does this get sold?
This gets sold. You can get this online. Go to my website, SonomaSausage.com.
No?
In the Bay Area, you can get it in the Bay Area. I am working right now with someone else. In fact, I'm probably having a distributor come out from the Midwest, a large major distributor come out from the Midwest to talk over future plans.
I could see you in going on a Whole Foods tour.
Yeah.
Tasting this, pouring some of your wine, just crushing it.
Call them and tell them.
I will. Mott, link up the phone. Let's call the Whole Foods peeps. Get their attention. Talk to me about this. This is supposed to be very special.
This is special.
This
now,
is
the thing that's so special about this Zin is that this Zin was not made by Tony Couturi. And every one of Tony's Zins are special. This year, in 2007, I decided to take the vineyard and divide it in half. I had 50% of the grapes going to Tony and 50% of the grapes going to Rolando. The difference is, I didn't just take one half and one half. I took row by row. Tony got a row, Rolando got a row. Tony got a row, Rolando got a row. We know this is a precise split of the vineyard.
Interesting.
Also has a splash of Petite Syrah in it, because I have about a third of an acre of Petite up there.
So this is made...
This one is made in Napa.
Got it.
We crushed this one over in Napa at Rolando's.
So Rolando made this. Is there an 07 Zin made by Tony?
Yes, there is.
And what's that going to be called?
It's going to be the same thing, only it's going to have the other label on it. It's the same thing. The only difference between the two
one's
Zins,
a black label,
one's a
white
black
label?
label, and one's a white label. That is the only difference.
Interesting.
So
take a look at this, guys. So there'll be an 07 version that is a white label and a red label. Same vineyard, different winemaker.
Different winemakers, different schools. Different schools. Tony is the organic farmer, the organic winemaker in the industry, and Rolando just has a different style.
And you can smell it right off the bat.
You can smell it right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is one extreme. This is the other. This is the
charcoal, raspberry, blackcurrant right off the top.
This is what every Zin drinker is looking for when they're looking for a conventional Zin, a traditional Zin.
Big fruit, just a totally different style than the 05 version. Really more classic. I mean, Tony has his own game. This is to be tried because people really need to understand Tony's story. You definitely have to watch the video that's linked below. This, though, really is classic.
This is classic Zen.
There's a smoothness factor to this wine that is undeniable. Gorgeous vanilla flavors on the back end. Little hair more oak than I tend to like, but I'm in the far minority on this.
Yeah.
How are you with oak?
I can deal with it this way. I like Pinot Blanc. My Pinot Blanc was made stainless.
Got it.
I like the taste of fruit.
Yep.
I don't necessarily like those oaky wines. Not heavily oaked.
Right.
This one, we've got about 50% new oak.
Yep.
The rest,
Yeah.
is neutral.
Great breakfruit. I'll be honest with you. This 05 is undeniable. It's got a thumbprint that you just know the style. Mom, what did you think of it?
I liked it.
It has that sweetness factor. This is definitely more toned down, classic, but has great richness. The fruit source is clearly strong in this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very impressed with the overall fruit source. Now this one's 49 bones.
That one's 49
You're
bones.
pushing, you know.
That's not, I know
You're
I'm pushing it. I know I'm pushing it.
But
you know what? There's not much of this there.
Yeah.
We have 180 cases. Got 180 cases.
You could sell that just
and
by
this
standing
stuff
outside.
right here. This stuff right here. This hasn't been released
yet.
This is it right now. We're
Yep.
releasing it now.
So you allowed us on the Thunder Show to kind of
That
break
was
the
it.
news?
This is it.
Well, I appreciate it. Can I give you a
Really?
hug for that?
Hey,
I mean,
come on! I
appreciate
do
that.
hugs.
Man, what else do you, as we're wrapping up here, anything else you're passionate about that you feel people should know?
Oh, you know,
We could be here for the next month, huh?
you know, don't get me started. Don't get me started. You know, the wines are great.
What's your favorite wine that you've had, not yours, recently?
Oh, you know, I was at a friend's. It's a shame I can't even remember the name of the wine, but I was at a friend's house. You know, he's got a
You know
wine
what, though?
thing
I'm going
going
to jump you
too.
in. I'm sorry to
Go
apologize.
ahead.
At some level, that kind of was a great answer. Because you remembered the friend and the time. It
Yeah.
wasn't necessarily the label.
Not the wine.
But it would be nice to give the
and
label
it was
a shout out.
and it was you know something.
would've-
I wish I could.
You wouldn't want somebody to have a shot that it was the best wine they
you're
ever
right.
had and they forgot.
But if they have an elephant on it or something, they can at least say, I can't remember the name.
Or the face.
Yeah, we put pictures of homeless people on the back. Oh, that's
Oh,
me.
that's you.
No.
There's
so,
a big tradition we have on the show.
and that is.
For you to ask the Vayner Nation the question a day. Any question you want. You'll get like 200-300 comments down below. They'll answer your question. What is the biggest question you want to know from a wide variety of tremendous human beings that enjoy wine out there? What's kind of on your mind?
What's kind of on my mind? Boy, that's a tough one.
Got you.
That is really
I knew you were going
tough
to get
one.
caught.
That-
I knew
that's
your
caught me on-
consumption of
that's
Wine
caught
Library
me
TV
on,
was low.
You know.
So I knew you were in trouble when you walked in.
Yeah.
So I'm excited right now because
and
your family's
I've
watching.
watched some. I've watched some
But you
of it,
haven't
but
watched the end
I haven't watched
with
the
a
end.
guest.
I haven't watched the end with a guest.
Your family's
I
happy
gotta-
right now because they're
my
laughing
fam-
because they're laughing at your.
They're
you're
saying
like,
they're saying we can't believe it. He is
Speechless for the
speechless.
first time.
He is speechless. This guy doesn't get this guy doesn't become speechless. But you know,
by the way, it doesn't have to be wine related.
it doesn't.
Does not. You can ask them about Lost. You can ask them about politics. Well, I don't like to say on politics. You know, I always yell at Dad. But you know, you can ask them basically anything you want.
I really want to know what does the world really think of bald men?
That's a great question. You came through.
Thank you,
Thanks for being on the show.
Gary. Thank you.
I
for
really
having me.
appreciate it.
I appreciate
guys
that
like you
too.
really make this industry exciting for me. I love what you're doing with the organization. I'd love to, if you guys are doing a big meeting, I'd love to come out and speak.
We are actually, and we'll have you there. In fact, believe it or not, when are you coming?
Mid-October.
Mid-October.
Mid to late October.
Mid to late October, we have an event. We are presently, because we had to cancel our event, a normal event that we had at Copia.
Yep.
We are
Right.
having an event. We are having an event. We haven't. I don't think we have nailed down the date yet, but I'm sure there's going to be in
Let's
October.
talk. Let's
I'm
talk.
sure it's going to be in October, and it's going to be right there in Napa.
I just can't miss the
So,
Jets game.
I know.
I haven't missed a play in over 20 years.
I'm telling you, you know,
I'm just saying.
you won't. You won't. Okay.
You, with a little bit of me, and clearly guys like this, we're changing the wine world.